Hello everyone, it's Alan again. In the last videos, we worked on AltosWeb, and this is basically what it looked like at the end of them. I spent about maybe a couple hours doing some tweaking to it and trying to do some things that you need to know for the third lab, third assignment, and, and going on forward in this class. I introduced JavaScript a little bit as well. I don't think you need that in the third lab and third assignment, but I think you will by the fourth and fifth for sure. So anyway, this is the way AltosWeb looked before, and after a couple hours of coding, it now looks like this. Someone had some issues learning how to do images, so I went big with images. I decided to do Star Wars The Old Republic just because I had a bunch of background images that I use on my desktop. So I pulled some of them out and did some cool things to help illustrate the image tag and the how it's used, as well as introducing JavaScript and responsive design as well. As you can see, there's now a left-hand menu where I've broken it out, and I've got it at a regular kind of desktop resolution. But if I start shrinking my website down, you'll see that I go from the left-hand menu just disappeared back into the top the way it was on the last page. And if I keep shrinking myself down, you'll see another change where the images flip into a one column basically. So now the images are in a one column setting as opposed to a two column. And then overall it's a better design all the way down. So on smaller devices it should still be just as usable. And then on the website as well. See how these two are in one column, but as I split them back out, they come back into a two column when the rest splits as well. There's a lot of techniques on how to do that. There's no right and there's no wrong. There's what works and what doesn't work. And in responsive design, you'll have to choose your own breakpoints, but hopefully the ones that I use in AltosWeb will work well for most devices. Most of the tablet-based sizes have a little bit of what I like to call thumb room on the left and right, no matter what size they are. It's a percentage, but no matter you get further and further down, you always have just a little bit of thumb room on the left and right where someone could use that to swipe down a little bit. If I really wanted to get crazy with responsive design, I could use my tester to pull up, an iPhone 4 landscape, and it just kind of creates a window like this where you can kind of see how it would look like if I pulled that up on my iPhone, which would be kind of cool. The images are about the same size as the phone, but if you click on them, you would get a full screen version. A lot of what you see on the image is done via JavaScript. I'll show that in the code in the next video. This video is just mainly to kind of overview what it looks like, so that in the next videos when I go kind of straight into the code and say, well, here's the images and here's how the JavaScript ties in and all this other stuff, but you should see how it looks and how the responsive looks. Your websites will probably need to be somewhat to this caliber. I know this might look a little bit too pretty, but it's not very difficult, and everybody should have something to this effect by the end. Anywho, I hope this video gives you an idea of where the next videos are going to be going with how this code is kind of put together and how it's used. Thank you and goodbye.